All right. Thank you for coming, everybody. I'm Dr. Darren Mills with Freedom Whole Health, and we're here again today to learn something new about our health and to keep trying to be preventive and learning positive aspects of ways that we can take control of our health and be mindful that we can have we can make a difference in how we our lifestyle makes a difference on how we eat or how we exercise and the things that we put in makes a difference and the things that we don't put in makes a difference. So tonight we're going to talk about B vitamins and we'll talk about general vitamins. And I was curious, I couldn't remember, maybe I knew at one time, but the first vitamin was discovered in 1912 by a guy named Casimir Funk. And they were learning, they wanted to find these different nutrients because people were suffering with diseases. They had a lot of different things like scurvy, and the first vitamin was right, I think B1, I think, and that's thiamine, and that was discovered as trying to figure out what was causing pellagra, and I can't remember what pellagra is, but it's not a good thing. People were dying because of it. So, um, vitamin is actually Latin, and vita, of course, means life, and amine means a nutrient found a nitrogen. Let's see what it says exactly, but nitrogen containing compound. So um, something that's alive, typically nitrogen and carbon are typically what we usually deal with here because it had at one time life in it, and we don't deal with synthetics as much here. And other vitamins, they were discovered by other researchers. So it's not like Casimir Funk. He only found that one and isolated that one nutrient or vitamin. Other people later on down the line found other ones that, vitamin C deficiency and things of that nature. As the need arose, and then they realized that they have a lot of benefit uh, if we supplement with those. Um, I was trying to look. There was a recent discovery that a friend of mine was telling me about, and I'm not going to talk too long on it because I don't remember exactly what it was, but it had something to do with basically animal products having a healthy benefit in the brain, maybe cholesterol reduction. I can't remember, but anyway, I won't dwell on that. If somebody knows something about that, please chime in. I thought it was considered a B vitamin. It maybe it probably isn't B9, but B9 kind of comes to my mind. So anyway, the latest was PQQ, and that's got a long name, and there's a lot of different things that it does, but it is in the B family, and that was found in 2003. So that was pretty recent. That was a pretty recent one. I will do my quick commercial. I'm again Dr. Darren Mills with Freedom Whole Health, and if you like what I'm doing, please share the information with your friends. And also get on YouTube. You can see all my different videos, and please hit that like button. That's another way you can support me, or get on my website, buy a supplement. So that's that. Um, B vitamins are, I always think of those when I first got involved with nutrition and stuff, I thought about B being for brain. And it is really good for a lot of aspects of the brain. Um, but it does so many more things too. Um, so I think B1 is thiamine. Okay, yeah. B vitamins play a crucial role in energy production, cellular health, and nervous system function. And I think of these as the stress vitamin. If a person is stressed out all the time, a lot of times they're gonna not be able to keep those B vitamins because they get really depleted when with stress happening and stuff like that. And I want to say a quick shout out to Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Thiamine is, oh yeah, yeah. So I wanted to say this. I learned this when I first got into nutrition, and that is that a person really shouldn't take, for instance, a B12 vitamin for a very long period of time because it depletes other vitamins. And so what they always said, if you're going to take a single B vitamin, you really need a B complex to go with it. So I kind of thought it might be a money-making scheme, but I think it's true. I think it's right that they'll there's antagonistic vitamins, and when you supplement with one, it's going to reduce the other ones because they tend to one will dominate the other one if they get too much of it. So it's important to get a B complex as well, so that you're re introducing all of the Bs into the body as you're supplementing heavily with one of the B vitamins. Um, Thiamine is B1, and I'm gonna read. I have to read some of this because I didn't memorize it too good. Supports nerve function, helps brain production from glucose. Is found in rice and pasta, a lot of whole grains. So this is one of them, one of the few really that is not mainly found in meats. I'm sure it probably is found in meats as well, but one of the first three was not meats. So but we'll get into that in a minute because it's showing me that B vitamins, it's hard to get enough B vitamins if you're a vegetarian because heavy, heavy, heavy into the meats. Riboflavin is an antioxidant that's B2 and it protects cells from damage. So I suspect this is an anti-cancer vitamin. Um, and you would find B2 in organ meats, milk, eggs, fish, poultry, meat. And again, that B2 is going to be mainly found in animal products. So it's going to be very difficult to get that one if you don't eat meat. I'm sure there are some, and I don't know how I'm guessing that these, say you get a B complex, a lot of those are probably going to be animal based because that probably be the cheapest way they could do it. One of my first supplements I ever took was niacin, and I used it for depression, and I think it still is good for depression. I haven't used it in a long time, but it helps with circulation of the brain and helps with brain function, depression, helps with the digestive system. It's found in beef liver, brewer's yeast, broccoli. It's useful for schizophrenia and mental illness. It's a memory enhancer. Um, so I remember there was something called niacin and then niacinamide, and I got the niacin, and the niacin it makes you flush real bad. It turns your whole body red, your face turns red, and you feel all tingly. I kind of grew to like it because it made me realize it was doing something, you know. There's no denying it isn't doing something. So that's one of them for sure. If you take niacin, you know it. Um, oh, and I wanted to mention quickly too, vitamin C is huge with oh boy, I really didn't, I wasn't prepared to think about who that was, but Linus Pauling. Linus Pauling did lots of studies on vitamin C and the effects it had on, well, lots of things, but two of the things was cancer and schizophrenia. And so I quickly will throw that out that Linus Pauling, look up Linus Pauling. He had some he was a good researcher, for lack of a better word. B5 is pantothenic acid. That was one of the biggest things too that I used because my body was weakened and stressed out. I took a lot of things. I took royal jelly. It's basically like something that bees make in the hive, and the queen. I think the queen uses it. So but it's super high in pantothenic acid. It's also found in avocados, beef, brewer's yeast, and saltwater fish. And it aids in the production of neurotransmitters. All these bees are really, really good for the brain. So if someone has issues with brain issues, it's always good. It's also known as the anti-stress vitamin, aids in the production of adrenal hormones, so that if a person is stressed out all the time, they would want to take pantothenic acid. It would help that fight or flight response, and help them not get exhausted. Um, Next, B6, pyridoxine, and that's involved in more body functions than any other nutrient. It maintains the sodium potassium balance and is found in brewer's yeast, carrots, chicken, eggs. And it's worth noting that antidepressants, estrogen therapy, and oral contraceptives increase the need for pyridoxine because they decrease B6. Um, and a lot of the different types of medications can reduce vitamins. That's why it's more super important. I think, quickly on a side note, if a person's taking medications, really good to get on a good multivitamin. I think that would be a really good idea. Um, Lastly is B12 methylcobalamin, and B12 deficiency is common in the elderly due to absorption issues, and it's wonderful for enhancing energy production. It helps form red blood cells. So we all don't know that, but the red blood cells are basically your immune system, and mounting defenses against invaders and helping probably against autoimmune problems. So that would be really, really important. Uh, there was some research saying it can possibly help regenerate the nerves. So that's worth noting if a person has neuropathy. Um, Taking a B12 with a good B complex may help that. I don't know if it'll completely reverse it, but it may very well help it. It also, I will say this, it's found in brewer's yeast, meats, dairy, and so I think I got all that, but it's not found in hardly any vegetables. And so again, that's important. Meats are going to be key to getting the proper B vitamins. If you're wanting to not, especially if you don't want to supplement with a capsule or something, it's going to be pretty important to eat meat because it's going to be very, very difficult to find things in high enough amounts if you're only eating vegetables. Um, B12 converts homocysteine to methionine, and methionine is used to build proteins in in the body, uh, and helps use the proteins. And homocysteine, you don't want that because too much homocysteine again can cause heart damage. Um, and That's what we were talking about. Angela was talking about with MTHFR. If your body isn't able to convert these B12 and folate, then it'll create inflammation, and especially heart inflammation. So that's a good reason to get that checked out. I'd say uh, both your B12, iron, and folate. Get that checked out. Um, because and I think there's a way for them to test homocysteine, the actual homocysteine level in your body. So if you wanted to do that, that wouldn't be necessarily a bad idea. So yeah, that was my presentation. It was short and sweet today. Hopefully I did give you some good ideas on ways to use B vitamins in your life and things that they're good for. If you have any questions, feel free to call me at 502-410-1270, or you can email me at drmillsnd@freedomwholehealth.com. And please, again, hit that like button if you're on YouTube watching the video. And with that, I'm going to end the session.